Morning friends, Standard 12 Commerce, subject OCM and chapter number 5, that is staffing. See, in last video that we learned about staffing, meaning and definition of staffing, as well as characteristics and importance of staffing. This is the fifth chapter that we learn, that is the up to first chapter that we learn about the management, functions of management, and out of the functions of management, this is the third functions. Okay, first function that we learn is planning. Second one, that is we learn about organizing, and third functions that we started from last video, and that is staffing. So in particular, first video we learn about meaning of staffing, definition of staffing, as well as characteristics and importance of staffing. Right now we are going to discuss about next topic of the same chapter, that is staffing as a part of human resource management. That is the first topic. And second topic that we learn, and that second topic is that is process of staffing. In that process, the first step is recruitment and source of recruitment, internal as well as external. So two points that we have covered in particular this video. First of all, we start about staffing as a part of human resource management. First of all, we have to know about what do we mean by staffing. So as we know, whatever we are doing, whatever we are thinking in a planning, we have to implement in a real form, that is called organizing. But in organizing, we have to share the responsibility and power to our people, and we have to select the people, we have to recruit the people, we have to maintain the collaborations among the people. That is called staffing. Okay, so that we learn. Now, that is staffing as a part of human resource management. Okay, that in many companies nowadays, in modern days, that many companies are there, those who are doing the separate department that called is human resource department. It's a department related to human being, department related to employee. Okay, so let's see the process of planning for recruiting and determining the staff. What do you mean by staffing? Staffing is a process of planning for recruiting and developing staff. Okay, we have to recruit the staff, we have to appoint the staff, and whatever staff that they are come for the work, we have to develop them. Okay, and that's why in many organizations that they are open human resource development. Okay, they are prepare a separate department, and that department is called human resource development. Okay, in human resource development, in staffing, what is included? So it includes recruitment, selection, and training. So three things mainly. Three things are included. Number one, that is recruitment. We have to select the appropriate person and apply for the job. That is for recruitment, that we learn in second part. Number two, that is selection. Whatever recruitment process is given, whatever recruitment is come, we have to select the appropriate person for our job. That is called selection. And whatever person, those who are come as an employee, we have to give training to them so they can work easily in our organization. So they are included three things. Number one, that is recruitment. Number two, that is selection. And number three, that is training. Other includes, it's also included the material facilities, productive wage system. Okay, as we know that they are doing work with the material. Okay, machinery is material, so we have to provide the material facilities, and again we have to give a productive wage system, because every people is there, those who are doing work for money. So we have to give appropriate wage so they can do better way in the organization. Here nowadays, for any organization, human resource is important, because as we know that human is a live assets. Only human beings is there, only employees there, those who are live assets in our business. It means that in all the factors of production that they are not live. Okay, we have to give the instruction, we have to give the orders, they can do the work. But human is a live asset, so we have to maintain them in our organization. So functions, human resources the important things in any business organization. As we know that any success or failure of business is totally depend on, mostly that depend on human resources. So this is the introduction of staffing as a part of human resource, and the process of staffing that they are divided into two parts. Okay, whatever process of staffing is there, they are divided into two parts. First part, that is concerned with the manpower planning, and second part, that is concerned with the compensation and development of staff. So they are divided into two parts. Number one, concerned with the manpower planning, and second part, that is concerned with the compensation and development of staff. And in each particular things, 4 points are included in each part. So now, first of all, we learn about concern with the manpower planning. See, it's a planning of manpower. It means that we have to plan for our employee. Number one, increase staff through new appointment. When organization need of manpower, what is the main things of staffing? What is the main things of human resource department? They have to appoint a new people in their organization as per their requirement, with the right qualification, right time, right place, and everything. Okay, so first thing that we have to increase the staff through new appointment. Number two, reducing staff. See, if the management feel that it's a enough staff in our organization, maybe possible due to some reasons, enough staff or excess staff is there. So second step in manpower planning, that we have to reduce the staff. And you can see in COVID-19, due to COVID-19, many organizations are there, those who have removed their staff because they are not able to pay salary. Okay, so this is the point. It means that first point, if it is needed, we have to select the staff, we have to appoint our new employees in our business organization. Second one, that is, if it is possible, if it is needed for any reason, we have to reduce our staff. 2 points. Number three, appropriate placement for staff. It means that those persons we have to select according to their work. It means that, for example, in our business organization, a man of marketing is required. It means that a person is required, those who are doing marketing in a better way. Now, in place of that particular people, if we are selecting those persons, that his speech is not valid, he is not experienced in the marketing, so that people or that particular employee is not useful in our organization at that particular time. So this is the most important thing, that we have to appropriate placement for staff. Whatever work experience is there, we have to give according to that work to that particular people. And next, number 4, that is, we have to enthusiasm, we have to provide training, we have to boost up their moral of their work. It means that we have to do active in the business. Okay. We have to provide such type of environment that people are automatically do the work and take the actively participant in their business organization. So this is the 4 points are included into manpower. Number 1, appoint the new people if it is needed. Number 2, remove the people or retain the people if it is required. Number 3, that is, provide the appropriate placement for staff. And number 4, that is active, that we have to do the moral, boost up their moral of the employees. Okay, so this is 4 points are included with the manpower planning. Second 4 point, that is concerned with the compensation. It means that it is related to salary as well as development of staff. Whatever staff that they are coming in our business organization, we have to give a training to them. It means that we have to develop that particular people. How we can develop? Number 1, provide training. Simple. What we have to do? See, if a person is coming in our business organization, if they are new, okay, a person, group of person or single person, if they are new, then we have to give a training of our work, because he or she don't know that how to do, what work that they have to do. So first of all, what we have to do? We have to give a training, proper training, theoretical as well as practical training. So what we have to do? We have to give a training to people to do the work. Number two, it's a conducive environment. According to work, we have to provide such an environment. Okay, that is air circulation is there. Okay, facility of breakfast and facility of washroom is available in our organization. Okay, if it is related to it is related to work of machinery and fire, then we have to give the safety shoes and safety clothes to them. So it's related to employees benefit, and employees benefit is our benefit. So we have to give a conducive environment according to their work. Next, number three, to give the proper compensation. Compensation, it is totally related to salary as well as other benefit of salary. See friends, this is the most important thing. If we have to do work from other people nowadays, mostly financial benefit. If we are showing the financial benefit of them, definitely that person is going to work in an efficient way because financial money is there, financial condition is there. Okay, so definitely we have to give a proper compensation according to their work, according to their ability, according to their education, according to their experience, according to their skill. We have to provide a salary to that person. And last, number four, that if any problems arise at the time of work, what we have to do? We have to give an appropriate solutions. Whether it is a problem related to money, it is related to material, or it is related to human resource. It means that employee to employee. What we have to do? We have to give a proper solution of that particular problem. So this is the first part, that is staffing as a part of human resource management. Okay, in 3 marks it can be asked. That is explain staffing is a part of human resource. So you have to first of all write the proper introductory part of staffing as a human resource management, and then it is divided into 2 parts, that is concerned with the manpower planning, and second one that is concerned with the compensation, that is concerned with the compensation as well as development of staff. Okay, so this is the whole answer of that particular questions. So this is the first part, that is staffing as a part of human resource. Now in second part, what we have to do? We have to learn about the process of staffing. So now in second part, that we learn about the process of staffing. So here, as we know, that is good, experienced and educated people, educated staff is an invaluable assets for any business. Okay, experienced people, educated people, intelligent people or intelligent employees are real assets, invaluable assets of any business organization, because with the help of that any organization can earn money. So definitely good staff, it means that experienced people, educated people, trained particular employee is a invaluable assets for any business organization. Okay, so for the maintaining of that particular things, we have to do many things for them. For example, recruitment, selection, training, development. Okay, financially benefit, financially, non-financially, motivational. That is, we have to arrange the various things for the employees. So first part, that is recruitment. What is the recruitment? It is a process of looking for probable employees and making them to apply for job. Okay, so recruitment is a process that we have to looking for probable employees. It means that in recruitment process, first of all, what we have to do? We have to find out that which type of employee that we have to need in our organization. First of all, we have to find out that which type of organization, which type of employee that we have to need. According to that particular vacancies, it's called vacancy. So according to that particular vacancies, we have to find out that type of people in the market. So it is looking for probable employees, and if we are finding that particular employees, what we have to do? We have to ready that particular things and making them to apply for job. Okay, that 5 are included. That is, first of all, qualifications, with right experience, and with right wage system. Okay, so 5R are there. It means that right time, right place, right number of people, right experience. See, we have to find out that particular people because we have to maintain the relation with them for a longer period of time. Okay, because as we know, that is a good staff is invaluable assets for any business. With the help of this, we have to reduce our labor turnover rate. And for any business, labor turnover rate, if it is reduced, it's good news for them. Because if labor turnover rate is increases, definitely training cost is increases. What is labor turnover rate? In one particular year, how many employees that they are leave the job, in comparison of that how many employees are new appointed in the business. And as we know that when new employees come into a business organization, definitely we have to provide some training to that particular people. We have to aware about our work to that particular people. But if an experienced person is there, experienced that people is there, employees there, no need to give the introduction as well as training to them. So here it's a, like you can say that it's an invaluable assets, and we have to making them, that particular people, to apply for the job. So this is the meaning of recruitment. Here various sources of recruitment, how we can recruit the people. So here two types is there, that from two types we are recruiting people in our business organization. Number one type, that is internal sources, and number two, that is external sources. See, what do you mean by internal and external sources? That internal sources, it means that within the organization we are doing that work, we are finding the people, that is internal source of recruitment. And if we are select the people outside our organization, outside from our organization, that is called external source of recruitment. So here we have to discuss, we are going to discuss about two particular things. Number one, that is internal, second one is external. So first of all we are discussing internal part. Number one, that is promotion, second one transfer, third one friends and relative of employee, number four recalling of retained employees, number five promotion with transfer, and number six, that is waiting list. So these 6 points are included in the internal source of recruitment. Now, one by one, friends, we are going to discuss about that particular things. First of all, promotion. See, this word, every businessman or every job people like this word. It's a promotion. Promotion, it means that whatever people, those who are working at one stage, we are promoting, we are exceeding second level, we are increase their level. That is called promotion of the people. Let us take one example of a management. For example, in management, when there is a vacancy of general manager. Okay, there is a vacancy of general manager. As we know, there is general manager. Under the general manager, various types of departmental heads are there. That is called a department manager. Okay. So if a finance, for example, finance, HR, sales, production, market, HR, okay, purchase. So various types of department are there. For example, purchase department head is there. Those who have enough knowledge or all type of knowledge that we have. So organization, what they are doing, instead of appointing new people in the organization, whether he is honest or not, that we don't know. So because of that known person, what they are doing, for example, purchase officer is there, the purchase manager is there, those who are doing work in an efficient way for many types of work, what they are doing, they are giving promotion to production manager to general manager. So this is called promotion. So with the help of promotion, their ability, on the basis of ability, on the basis of skill, on the basis of education, that they are giving the promotions. Number one. Second one, if we are giving promotion to any people, any employees, their responsibility, power, as well as salary are increased. Okay, because they are in higher position. So here it's a promotion of the particular people. Okay, with the promotion we are finding our people. Next, number 2, that is transfer. It means that of many business organization, many branches is there. For example, in one branch, general manager post is vacant, and in second particular thing, mostly there are two people are there, those who are maintaining their place, general manager. So we can transfer from one place to another place. In the same company, we are transferred from one place to another place. That is called transfer. For example, in a sales manager, production manager, in everywhere, every situation, if we are transferring their level, their salary, power and responsibility remain same, but their only place is changed. So here, with the help of transfer, again we can find out our appropriate person. Next, number 3, friends and relatives of employee. See, in business organization, many people are there, those who are working together. And if any requirement is there in particular organization, what they are doing, the management announce that continue employee. If your friends and relatives are there, those who have up to this level of education, then we that give their particular name. And if he or she is interested to do the job, then call them. Okay, so this is the friends and relatives of employee. For example, in particular this education system, in this particular school, if any teacher's requirement is there, that management is told to us that if you are in your circle, if any person is there, then they have to recruit a people in our organization. Two benefits are there. Number 1, management got experience as well as like trustable person, because he is a friends of and continued people. For example, I have appointed my friends, so definitely I am responsible for that. So here, first benefit is that management got and trustable person. Second one, those person who are finding out that particular new employee, they feel that I am a part of management. Because of me, new person is appointed in the business organization. So this is the two most important. That moral of the continued employee is increased. Okay, their level of work is increased, their efficiency is increased. So this is the most important things of any organization. Number 4, recalling of retained employee. For any reason, if we are retained an employee, it means that if we are leaving the job, for any reason, mostly this is happen for the ladies because of pregnancy. If they are leaving the job after 2 to 3 years, if we are needed same kind of person, same quality of person, we can retain that particular employees in our business organization. Okay, so recalling those persons who are leaving the job before few years. Okay, so this is again 4th way. Number 5, promotion with transfer. Okay, for example, if any person is there, those who are doing work in a one position, and in other department that their higher level authority, that higher level vacancy is there, then if it is in the same kind of work, then we can give the transfer as well as promotion to that particular people. With the transfer, their place is changed, and with the promotion, okay, their level of work, their responsibility, their power, their salary all are increased. Okay, so this is the 5th way, promotion with transfer. And number 6, that is waiting list. Okay, so what do we mean by waiting list? That if any person, those who are applied before, and at that time they do not get the job, so we can provide that particular list, and out of that list we are selecting our people. For example, here is the 2020 year of 2020. For example, we are giving advertisement in 2018. That is, we are requiring the teacher of commerce. Okay, at that time some people are there, or many people are there, those who are applying for the job. It means that they are giving their resume. But at that time, for any reasons, if we are the management or that particular people are not ready to do the work, and if same kind of person that we are required, so with the help of waiting list, we are call them. With the help of that application, we are call them that now again we are required for this type of people. If you are interested, then come with us and do the join particular job. So waiting is, it's a less time consuming as well as less cost comparative options, because in ready-made system we are getting the particular people. So this is the internal source of recruitment, promotion, transfer, friends and relatives of employee, recalling of retained employees, promotion with transfer, and number 6, that is the waiting list. Okay, so this is the internal source of recruitment. Now the second type is that is the external source of recruitment. As we discussed earlier, what do you mean by external source of recruitment? It means that out of the business organization that we are selecting people, and that is called external source of recruitment. Okay. Out of this, again 7 points are there. Number 1, through advertisement. Number 2, through employment exchange. Number 3, through educational institutes. Number 4, through trade union. Number 5, through contractor or jobbers. Number 6, recruitment at gate. And number 7, modern methods. So 7 points are there. They are included in external source of recruitment. We are discussing from one by one all the points. Number 1, through advertisement. See, if any management, those who are required employee, okay, what they are doing? Simple way. They are giving advertisement in newspaper, in TV, in journals. Okay. So with the help of advertisement, that particular area, if any person, those who are interested for that job, they are applying job. Okay. So this is the most popular as well as easiest manner to collect the people, to recruitment and select the people. So number 1, through advertisement. Number 2, through employment exchange. Okay, in employment exchange, as we know, same like a marriage bureau. That person, those who are unemployed, they are registered their name, and a company, those who are required that type of people, again they are registered their name. If both conditions are met, then they are introduced each other and doing what? In an efficient way. So this is the employment exchange. Number 3, that is educational institute. So many times what happens in a high qualified or well-reputed colleges or institute, many companies are there, those who are arrange the campus interview, okay, or campus recruitment. For example, in IIM, Indian Institute of Management, in IIT, Indian Institute of Technology, that type of high qualified and high educated people or institute are there, those who are programming for the campus interview. It means that last year people are there, last year students are there, they get the opportunity to do the give the interview in front of that particular company, and whatever whatever skill employees are there, skill person are there, that company is hired from that particular place. So this is the educational institute. From the educational institute, that they are getting a fresher as well as new oriented or new people. That is in modern time we can say that those people who are in who are know about the new technology that we can get. So this is the educational institute. With the help of educational institute, definitely they get that it's a fresher, but with advanced technology they can get the employees. So this is the third thing. Number 4, with the help of trade union. See, every business have their own union. Same as in trade union, there is an exchange employment cell, that is you can exchange the employment, that is hire the particular employees as well as those person who are need that particular job. They can meet together and do the work. Okay, so here in trade union, again they can get the employment, get the person. Number 5, with the help of contractor and jobbers. Okay, so mostly for the uneducated or unemployed that people are there in mostly in construction part. That one contractor is there, under one contractor many people are there, those who are working as a worker. So with the help of this contractor and jobbers, you can get the employee for that particular work. Mostly for per day wages. Okay, that's in simple word we can call a labor. For the labor work, this kind of work is important. Number 6, recruitment at gate. Many companies are there, those are do not want to expend their money for the finding out the people. What they are doing, they are making one simple board and that board is at the on the gate. Okay, so recruitment at gate. So at the factory gate, that they are giving the advertisement that requirement of this kind of people. So this is again an important or less costly way to collect the employees, to collect the recruitment process. That recruitment at gate, at factory gate, that they are giving the advertisement that this kind of people that we have required for our work. Okay, so this is the number 6. And number 7, it's a modern method. Nowadays you can see with the help of internet, okay, whether in Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, okay, or many websites are there. Company are prepared their own websites, and with the help of websites, that they are collect the people for their work. In this particular things, they get a more opportunity because many people are there, those who are seek that type of advertisement and apply for the job. Okay, so this is the 7 points are there, those who are included in the external source of recruitment. So what we learn in today's video, that we learn staffing as a part of human resource. It's included recruitment, selection, training, material, facilities and production based system. Okay, 2 part divided into 2 part. Concern with the manpower planning, and number 2, concern with the compensation and development of staff. And in second part of this video, that we learn about process of staffing in that particular things. First, that is the recruitment. It's a process for looking for the probable employees and do the ready, making them apply for job. 2 types is there, internal as well as external source of recruitment. In internal, 6 topic is there, 6 point is there: promotion, transfer, friends and relatives of employees, recalling retained employees, promotion and transfer, and number 6, that is meeting list. And in second part, that we learn about the external source through advertisement, through employment exchange, through educational institutes, through trade union, through contractor and jobbers, recruitment at gate, and last but not the least, that is modern methods. Okay, so this is up to this video. Now in second part,